Hey you guys, my name is Milena. I'm a graduate nutrition student and the creator of this YouTube channel, The Intuitive Eating Project. So today I'm going to talk with you about the first principle of intuitive eating, which is reject the diet mentality, why it's so important, and how you can start practicing intuitive eating in your life today. So it's crazy to think that over 10 years ago, I was a high school student and looking back on high school, even going into my college years, I was under the impression that what I saw in the media and me wanting to look a certain way and honestly just to be thin was normal. Not until I got into my major coursework for sociology and women's studies did I start to realize that, what I saw in the media, so commercials, movies, music videos, all that stuff was not something to aspire to. If you're a teenager, I'm sure you felt some sort of pressure to fit the thin ideal if you're a female. And if you're a male, we see a lot more of these images of like buff male models. So I just want you to know that you are not the problem, society is. We live in a diet culture, and what diet culture does is that it places value on an individual's size, weight, and shape. Diet culture also likes to um, equate thinness with health when that's just not the case. So I'm sure you've had maybe friends, family members, or maybe you've tried a diet at some point. I know I've dieted. I was dieting up until I discovered the intuitive eating approach. And I just want you to, I'm going to talk about some diets that are out there, different dieting methods, but just so that you can have that awareness and just to realize it, because honestly, before I knew about all of this, I was under the impression that that was just things that we do to be healthy or things that we can do to lose weight. So some really popular diets that are out there are Weight Watchers. That's actually the one that I started with. Atkins, Whole30, Paleo Diet, Keto Diet. We look at different dieting methods. This includes counting your macros, counting calories, not allowing yourself to eat at certain times of the day, not allowing yourself to eat certain food groups or specific foods, specifically going to work out to burn off a meal. This also includes using fat burners as well as supplements to suppress your appetite. So in order for us to start to reject that diet mentality, there are 4 things that you have to be aware of and to start to put this into your mind. So first off, we have to recognize and acknowledge the damage that dieting causes. So there's different emotional harms as well as health implications that come with dieting. 95% of dieters will actually regain their lost weight. And when we look at yo-yo dieters, so these are the people who are regaining and losing and regaining and losing, will typically be impacted by the shape of their body. They're going to regain that weight in their abdominal area. Dieting also decreases metabolism. It increases binges and cravings. And when we look at the emotional implications of dieting, dieting has been linked to eating disorders. It causes stress. And then on top of that, it just destroys self-confidence and trust. So the second thing to be aware of is the diet mentality, the way that dieting has really impacted the way that we think. So we have to start to get rid of the idea of obedience, get rid of the idea of failure, and get rid of that idea of willpower. So you know that voice in your head that tells you like, well, you ate that today, so you probably shouldn't have that cookie. That's part of diet culture. And when we look at diet culture in terms of failure, it likes to place the blame on the dieter instead of the diet. When we think about it, intuitive eating is all about being in tune with your body. It's about nourishing your body and building that trust. When you look at a diet, it's really sending that opposite message to not trust your body, to not listen to yourself when you're hungry. And that's just not going to help you create a healthy relationship with yourself. The third thing that we need to be aware of are the dieter tools. So MyFitnessPal is really popular for counting calories and macros, and you just got to get rid of that, as well as using the scale. The thing with the scale is when we look at our weight, we don't know how much of our weight is actually water weight, muscle, or fat, unless you have a specific scale for that, which they do exist, but still, it's all about how you feel and developing that trust with yourself. Lastly, be compassionate and patient with yourself. So I just want to say you're awesome for getting this far into the video, and I'm really proud of you for even wanting to learn more about intuitive eating and how you can really start to nourish your body. And I just want you to know that you're making the right decision, but also keep in mind, learned through years and years of just this diet mentality, it's going to take time to erase that and replace it with something more positive and loving. So just be patient with yourself and take it day by day. So I really hope that this video was helpful for you, and if it was, I hope that you can share this with other family members or friends that could benefit from it. If you want some more in-depth content, you can check me out at our Facebook page, which is the Intuitive Eating Project, or on the blog I created, which is theintuitiveeatingproject.wordpress.com. So I'll be back hopefully within a week or two to send you the second video on the principle 2, which is honor your hunger.